Whittward Carver and the mind-bending mathematical miracle. All right, gather round, you bunch of miscreants. Let me spin you a yarn about something called the Banach-Tarski Paradox. Sounds like a flipping law firm, doesn't it? But no, it's a mathematical mind blast that'll make you question reality more than a bad acid trip. Picture this. A bloke walks into a bar with a ball. Not just any ball, mind you, but a perfect mathematical sphere. The bartender, a grizzled old sod with a face like a well-used dartboard, raises an eyebrow. "What's with the ball, mate?" he asks. The bloke grins, a grin that's equal parts manic and mischievous. "This, my friend, is no ordinary ball. This is a Banach-Tarski ball." The bartender's other eyebrow joins the first at the top of his forehead. "A what now?" "A Banach-Tarski ball," the bloke repeats. Like that explains everything. "You see, according to the Banach-Tarski Paradox, I can cut this ball into a finite number of pieces, rearrange them and create two balls that are identical to the original." The bartender blinks, trying to wrap his head around that. "You what?" "Yep," the bloke says, nodding like a blimey bobblehead. "I could turn one ball into two. It's like the bloomin' loaves and fishes, but with geometry." Now, the bartender's no mathematician, but he knows a thing or two about bollocks. "All right, mate," he says. "Prove it." The bloke's grin widens, and he pulls out a knife. Not a normal knife, mind you, but a knife that looks like it was designed by MC Escher on a bender. "All right," he says, "but you might want to step back. Things are about to get weird." He starts cutting the ball, slicing it into pieces that seem to defy all logic and reason. The bartender watches, his eyes widening with each cut. It's like watching a magic trick, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, this bloke's pulling more ball out of, well, the ball. Finally, the bloke stops cutting. He's got a pile of weirdly shaped pieces on the bar, and he starts rearranging them. And bother me if he doesn't end up with two balls that look exactly like the original. The bartender's jaw hits the floor. "How the heck did you do that?" The bloke just grins. "Magic, mate. Or mathematics. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. And that, my friends, is the Banach-Tarski Paradox. It's a mind blast wrapped in a riddle, shrouded in an enigma, and served with a side of what the actual heck. It's the mathematical equivalent of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, and then some. So, the next time someone tells you that maths is boring, you just tell them about the Banach-Tarski Paradox. Tell them about the bloke in the bar with the ball, and then watch as their brain tries to process the sheer insanity of it all. And if they don't believe you, well, just tell them to buzz off. After all, you can't argue with mathematics, or magic, or whatever the blimey hell the Banach-Tarski Paradox is. And with that, I bid you adieu. May your minds be bent, your balls be doubled, and your bartenders be forever confused. Cheers.